You really can't recreate the possibility of death. You know, you can try to put yourself in a place where you're asking those questions about life and death and afterlife and salvation. But until you actually taste the fact that it could be coming soon, you know, it throws you for a loop. A couple of years ago, my life was on cruise control. In December of 2010, I got diagnosed with cancer. That was something for me that was quite a shock. You don't expect to have your mortality thrust in your face at 27 years old. After I found out I had cancer, I had an operation really quickly. I had a bunch of testing done, and I ended up having to go through 4 rounds of chemotherapy. That was an arduous journey. I think I was dealing with trying to think through the God that I was experiencing in my devotional life and the God that I had been taught growing up, the God that I had been raised to not only follow but to preach about, and the God that was allowing me to go through the pain and experience the very real reality of death. During the process of treatment and stuff, I was so numb and so tired by the end of the 3.5 months that the only thing that really brought me any sort of hope was I would have my wife read me scripture and just some passages, from Paul and others, and I would just start crying. But that was something that would just meet me in my brokenness. Coming out of a season like that, in which I would go through a round of chemotherapy and then start to get a little bit better and then have to go right back into another round of it, to finally finishing my last round and being free from it and being declared cancer-free, that was a big time relief. And it was like a big time blessing, obviously, as well. Coming through the other side of cancer, it was for me like an awakening in a sense to a greater reality that all of life is a gift. I've started to understand God in such a way that I think God's heart for the world is loving it. And I've actually been inspired to follow Jesus more closely because I've come through with, I think, a better understanding of who God is and the love God has for me and the love that God is calling me to share with other people. My name's Tim Burnett, and sometimes I'm a fan, but I'm trying every day to follow Jesus.